Hello all, welcome back to Resurrection WoW. Today I will be doing a Healer Mythic Plus tier list. Starting with S tier, I have Holy Paladin, just because they have an overwhelming amount of healing and damage compared to any other healer in the game right now. And even though they got nerfs, I still feel like they're going to be lower S tier or maybe even higher A tier. Holy Paladin in general is just a very strong choice for healer right now in Mythic Plus. They have many immunities, they have great heals, great consistent damage, which is what you need in a Mythic Plus if you're trying to push some keys and make the timer. Over here in A tier, I have Resto Shaman, Resto Druid, Preservation Evoker, and Disc Priest. The reason why I have them in A tier is because they're all pretty much equal, what I believe, and the damage and healing are kind of all the same. Disc Priest and Resto Shaman may be a little bit higher. Resto Druid does have a harder time doing damage just because you have to do so many weird rotations, like going feral or moonkin form or nature's I think it's called Nature's Vigil. But that's kind of a niche ability compared to the other ones who can just do constant damage while they're actively healing. For high keys, I would usually pick a Holy Paladin, although I would also favor a Resto Shaman and a Disc Priest for pushing high keys like 16 plus, because over here in the B tier I have Mistweaver and a Holy Priest, and the only reason why I don't put them in the A tier is because if you're trying to push keys, it's just not as easy and it's maybe not even completable because those two specs don't really have the damage to help the group push the key further and make the time. Like, their healing is good, but the damage might not be. But by no means doesn't mean that they cannot do high keys. Like, I've seen some Mistweaver and some Holy Priest be able to do like 16 or 18 pluses, maybe even a 20. It's just they're not as favorable right now. They're definitely not as easy, and there's a lot of other specs that are ahead of them in terms of like timing keys and being a flavor of the month type class. I think right now in the Mythic Plus setting, all healers are kind of equal, but again, if you want to push high keys, you kind of have to pick an A or S tier class, like, you know, Shaman, Druid, Disc Priest, and Holy Pally. In my opinion, Monk would be very good because their healing per second is very nice. It is very good, but they lack damage unless you spec into it. But they also last like big oh no type buttons like Revival or Cocoon. That's kind of all they really have to support the groups. It's basically no room for mistakes. And one last note for Holy Priest is Holy Priest itself is not bad at all. The healing is very good. I see a lot of them, and I think they're one of the best healers for lower Mythic, like 15 plus and below. They have great healing, but their damage is extremely lacking, and you can talent into it, but it's just still not enough to compete with the other healers. Whereas other classes, mainly talking about Shaman and Holy Pally, have many things to correct mistakes of groups, and they can just do damage on top of that, which just makes them a little bit better overall healer. Thank you for watching. I hope this was a quick and easy tier list for you to follow if you're looking to get back into the game or see what the current meta is.